Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be taking these bananas, what are they, ice cream bananas or the blue Java bananas, and we're going to be trying to coax them out of dormancy. I'll show you what I'm going to do. They are in the garage. Currently it's snowing outside, as you'll see. So I'm not going to be doing this outside, and they're not going to be put outside. I am going to be putting these in my front living room. It's the southern exposure window. It's not so much the light that I want to give them, it's the warmth that I want to give them at the moment to kind of get them into growth mode. But we're going to be potting them up into some soil, and yeah, it's just as simple as that. Anyway, let's get to it. I'm just going to do this one and the one behind because I want to keep this video kind of short, and it'll be the same process for all of them, including this big red end set banana. That one I'm going to wait a little bit longer to pull out of dormancy. It's got some lovely leaves that are still looking okay, surprisingly, being bare root. So yeah, anyway, that one you will see in the garden later on, but we're not going to do the video on potting that one up. I need to find a pot big enough. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so over winter I had it just loosely captured in this plastic garbage bag. So I'm just going to take the plants out of the garbage bag. There we go. You remember, we took some soil off the root ball, but not all the soil off the root ball. And there's still some moisture in there, which is, well, that's why I put it in the garbage bag to hold some of the moisture, but not too much. So as you can see here, the corm or the base is still looking really good. It's not dried up. I've got some dead growth here that I'll just remove. You just want to remove any of the mushy stuff because you don't want rot to set in. So just do your best at cleaning that up if there's very much. This one here has a little bit as well, not a lot. This banana actually has an offset. I don't know whether you're able to see it here, but this is a offset starting to develop, which is quite nice. It's going to be a little clump soon enough. There's another one developing off to the side here. I don't know if this one's going to survive. The reason why I'm choosing both of these to do is this one here has more dead at the dead at the tip. So you'll see what I'm going to do with this one. And then this one here has a new leaf already developing. So this one I'm not even going to do very much to. I'm going to probably trim some of these back a little bit. But other than that, we're not going to do any cleaning. Let me keep it this way. This is my container of soil. I've got a sharp knife here. Let me go get some pruners. Okay, so with this one, I'm just going to trim back these dead bits. Just because it's going to be in the house. I don't want to look at it. But you can leave it if you wish. I'm not doing very well. It's kind of a little mushy, a little wet, so it's not cutting very well. So I'm just going to leave it. It's okay. And then this one here, the one with the dead bits on it, I'm going to actually cut this back to where I feel there's green growth. So this is mushy here. So I want to cut it back quite a bit. If you can see here, it's a little bit dark there. So there's some rot setting in. I want to cut it back a little bit more. It's not going to be perfect, but you want to see some more green growth. I'm going to go back just a little bit more. This is where the knife is going to come in because my pruners won't go back that far, or they won't open that far. So I'm just going to cut this off. That's beautiful. There's a little bit of a dark ring in there, but that's okay. The central point is what's the most important point, and it's nice and white. So we're gonna keep going. We're not gonna take any more off than this. Now we're gonna get the pots ready. Move this stuff out of the way. Okay, so I've got some pots here. The pot size isn't super important. As long as you can get the corm into the pot. I'm going to probably use this smaller size pot for For this one, the root ball can fit in there just fine. I'm not going to worry about the size of the pot for now because for one, it's going to be a little bit before, well, it won't take long for the roots to start developing, but also these are going to get transferred into the garden, so I don't need to waste a lot of real estate or soil. So as long as the root ball can fit in there, that's all that you need to worry about. And then same goes with the other one. I'm not going to pull that over just yet. We'll pot this one up first. So I'll put a little bit of soil in the bottom here. Let me turn on a light here. There we go. Maybe that'll help. So I've got my all-purpose potting soil. Bananas aren't terribly fussy. They like to have some moisture retention. They want it to be a nice, rich, organic soil if possible. They like it to be a nice, loose soil. And I'm just burying the root ball, burying the corm, kind of to the level it was growing in the garden. There we go. Push it down, make sure that it's nice and stable. It's as easy as this. It's so much easier to store them dormant than it is to have them grow, unless you have a greenhouse or a conservatory or something, a sunroom. It's so much easier to have them stored dormant. This one here will fit just fine in this pot. The roots are a little bit congested, but that's okay. Put a little bit of soil in the bottom. There we go. I'm just going to push these roots down so that they're not facing up in the pot. I want them to kind of face down, mostly for personal preference. Get some more soil here. Sorry if my head's in the way. Move this a little closer. I'm doing this a couple of months early so that I can get some nice development. Last year, I potted them up and left them in the garage. And then we got some cold snaps in the spring, and my bananas really declined. They didn't do very well until later in the summer. So I want to give them a kickstart in the warmer temperatures of the house, so that they're going to start growing better when they do get outside. Again, you don't need to bring them indoors. You can keep them where they've been stored, but they might emerge a little slower. And if you get some cooler nights, they'll just start to stop growing again. They're gonna decline, but they will come back once the warmer temperatures start again. So let's take these in the house, and we're going to put them in their situation. Still snowing outside. So we got these plants here. I've got them on a boot tray down here. So as you can see, they are in their situation that they're going to be in for the next month and a half. Maybe less, depending on how the temperatures go. I will start to put them outside through the day when the temperatures are, I don't know, between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. During the day, and it's a nice day, not a lot of wind, so that's what, between 50 and 65 or whatever degrees Fahrenheit, and I want to just adjust them to the light levels so they don't scorch. So anyway, I'm just going to give them a little bit of a drink. I'm not going to overdo it. I don't want to rot them out. They don't have root systems starting yet, but I want some humidity in the root level. And in the next couple of days, we should notice that the new growth here in the central point should start to sprout up. That should be fairly instant. In the next day or two, I should notice a bit of a difference. So in a couple of days, we'll look at this in the same video. And so stay tuned. We'll see how much that grows in the next couple of days. And yeah, we'll come back. So it's been, I don't know, maybe 24 hours, a little bit more than 24 hours. And remember, this doesn't have a root system per se. And I brought it inside and look at, it's already grown about a centimeter. So heat really is what makes these things grow. If it's in a cool environment, it's not going to grow, and that's how you can keep them dormant in a cool area. It's not going to be trying to stretch up. So yeah, we'll check on this tomorrow, maybe as well, and see if it's grown any more. So it's 48 hours later, and it's grown just a little bit more. It's maybe about a centimeter and a half now, as you can see. Let's get in a little closer. So it's always surprising to see these things grow. I think I've said that, and I'm just going to make sure that the soil mostly dries out between waterings, but then I'll water it well and just continue. Right now, there's no real root system to pull up any moisture. So you just want to be careful not to rot out the plant. You want the root system to develop before you start keeping it moist, because rot is a real thing when you grow them inside. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and good luck with your bananas. And until next time, you guys, happy growing.